What's up, guys? It's Pastor Caleb here. Hey, since it's a new year and the start of a new month, I thought that I would walk you guys through kind of what I do to get my spaces ready to go for small group and kids church, specifically with the media portion at least. So let's walk through that now. All right. So the first thing I do is log on to Ministry Grid, and I go to this week's session. So go to your curriculum. You can find that by clicking on the little orange icon right here, and then whatever week you have scheduled for this week should pop up. So I'll click on that. I see my leader guides that we have. So I've got one for each of my small groups. Actually, technically, kindergarten through second grade, they all use the same stuff. So we just have that as one leader guide. And then I use this one, which is Kids Church, that has all of the activities and everything on it. So I'll go here and then I'll hit download presentation media. What that'll do is that'll initiate a download, which you can see is happening here. And then I'll pull that up. I'll copy this, and then I'll take that over to where I have my Sunday morning stuff stored here. And then we're at January 2025. I'll paste it into this folder, and then I'll expand it because it's zipped. So if you hit paste, it'll look like that, but I've already expanded it to kind of speed the video along. And then what I'll do while that's downloading is I'll go and I'll grab SD cards out of my room. So let me take you to one of my classrooms and kind of show you that. So let's hit pause on this. Okay, so we're in my kindergarten classroom, and so what I'll do is I'll go to my media players, which are in each room, and we use these little guys. They're pretty awesome. You can get them for not a whole lot of money, but it allows us to use these SD cards to load everything in, and then we buy an external charger thing that allows us to connect it right to the TV via USB and power it that way, so we don't have to worry about an extra power cord. And then we load them onto these little SD cards. So I'll pull the SD card, and then we'll go back to the computer and continue to load. So we're back at the computer, and we've got this adapter. So we load the SD card in right here like that. And we're ready to load the media. All right, so once you have your SD cards in, or once I have my SD cards in, I'll go ahead and pick the media that I want to have loaded. Now, if you have customized your leader guide, the only media that should download is like the media for the activities that you selected out. But since I do everything for Kids Church and everything all in one sweep, all in one fell thing, I've got all the stuff here, which is why you see all of it. So my small group leaders, they've communicated to me that really all they need is like the title slide and then the Bible verse. That's all they need. And then on the first Sunday of the month, since we don't have Kids Church, I include the Bible story video for them as well. Normally we don't use the Bible story video in small groups. They teach the Bible story in whatever creative way they want, because we use the Bible story in our large group Kids Church setting. So hope that makes sense. So we're going to go through and we're going to grab the theme title, and we're going to grab the theme verse here, and then we're going to grab the Bible story. If I can find it, here we go. Boom. We're going to copy that, and we're going to paste. I've already got week 1. You can see December, so I just kind of move that away and then paste my new items. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And boom. All of a sudden, I've got my stuff that I need for the week. Now, I will say this. These media players, they don't like to play super friendly with like JPEGs and MP4s. So what I've found that I have to do, which is one little extra step when I include the Bible story video, is I'll just create a new folder and within here, and I'll just call it Bible story. I don't know why I didn't do that already, but here we are. And kind of move that into there. And now when it shows up on the screen, which I'll show you in just a second, it'll all be smooth. And then I do the exact same thing for every single week, right? So I can show you again because week 2 is now ready to go. So week 2, copy, January, paste that, expand it, and then once that is expanded, then I'll delete the zip folder, and then I'll pick out the 2 weeks that I need, boom, copy it over. It's pretty easy at that point. And then what I'll do is I'll just make a copy of all 4-week folders, and then I'll copy all of those into my January 25 folder, and then I'll make a copy onto each of the folders, which I'll show you how to do that in just a second too. But no, that's not what we're gonna do. So, okay, here we go. So we got here, put that to trash. And then we want the theme title and the theme verse. Hit the wrong one. Theme verse. I'm obviously a professional at this. Verse, theme title, copy, and then week 2. And since it's not a family worship, I don't have to worry about the Bible story, so I'll just have these 2 items, right? And I'll do that for each of my sessions. And then when I'm done, I'll copy this. I'll come over to my folder, my January folder. Here, I'll paste these 4 items. And then once these 4 items are pasted into my computer folder, then I'll just copy these over, and then I'll clear these out, and then I'll paste them, and that's how I load the rest of my small group stuff. So it's pretty easy, all things considering. So that's how I set up my my media for my small groups. And then once I'm done with that, then I'll eject my card, and then I'll take my card and I'll put it back in the classroom. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, back in the classroom. So I'll just take this, make sure I get the camera right. I'll put it back in the SD slot, one-handed. Okay, then I'll turn on my TV. This is a not a borrowed TV, but I don't have a remote for that because kids ministry. And then TV comes on here, and this is what it looks like. So I'll do files, smart card, uses this remote, SD card, week 1, and you can see I've got my theme, verse, my theme title, and then I hit return, and then I've got my Bible story that I can play right there. All right, and that's how I get my media ready to go. Pretty slick. And then I'll load the rest of my stuff in to ProPresenter to create my media for my kids' church stuff. So turn off the light. And yeah, so that's what I use, and that's kind of how I load the media for my small group, how I get prepped. And then as far as building out my my kids' church stuff. I basically, I pull up my Pro Presenter, and I've got my kind of preset, my template in there, and then I pull in the media that I'm going to use for Pro Presenter. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that makes sense. The other thing that I use is I've got a TV in my hallway that I have going with some announcements. It usually has like the Bible story that we're doing today, and it's got a theme loop. I also use one of these. I just load those two things into that folder. And then I have a projector set up on the wall that I use, that I've got like the logo flashing onto the wall there too. So anyway, just a couple of ways that I use the media that they provide in my spaces. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully this was helpful. A little longer video, but that's how I prepare every single week for my small groups. And once you get a rhythm, at least for me, it's pretty easy. It takes me like, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe, and that's including download time. So I hope that was helpful, and if you have any questions, let me know. See ya.